Watching Watchmen Season 1, Episode 6, entitled, I believe, This Extraordinary Being. My name is Zach.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Mark.
I'm Travis.
We're the Nice of the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk begins. So that was a very, 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 very well-made episode, I believe. I'm going to put my prediction out there and say this will be the Emmy Award-winning episode.
This will be the one that they submit for
Definitely.
all of the Emmy Awards.
I don't watch a lot of TV, but wow. This was great. I can't say. This is great writing. I think this was a really great way to
Candy wrappers.
This is a great way to do a lot of backstory, and kind of fill the whole story in, and where what is her granddad's name?
Will,
like where did Will come from? And so he was mysterious until now, and now we know he was the hooded.
He was Hooded Justice.
Hooded Justice. Very cool.
Zach, I found the poo you were.
I saw those stains earlier. You guys kept walking over there. I'm sure they.
So what else? So we did that. Oh, so all this was told through Sister Knight taking the nostalgia pills, which apparently kills people.
Well,
allegedly, you overdose.
She took a whole damn bottle.
And that's how we got all this backstory, which I think is a very smart device. The way they did it was great. What else? What else happened in this episode?
Oh my gosh! We just totally learned that Will's entire backstory is the true Hooded Justice story.
Right.
In the show's Minutemen TV show that they're showing in random bits throughout the season so far, or at least in the last couple of episodes, we've been getting little glimpses of what's been happening. Either we've been getting glimpses of entirely just Hooded Justice's things through the Minutemen, and we find out Hooded Justice is in fact Will Reeves, Angela Abar's or Sister Knight's grandfather. So
and people really, because we saw Cheyenne Jackson was playing Hooded Justice.
Yes.
And so people, I guess the lore is people really do believe that he was a white man.
Well, yeah, because
he painted his face. Yeah, so there was
Yes. So we get a very deep. Well, aside from, we get a very deep racial injustice, the simple fact that Hooded Justice is being portrayed by a white man in the Minuteman show
TV series,
right? TV series, but at the same time, we realize it's actually Will Reeves, Angela Abar's, grandfather, who is this victim of the Tulsa massacres, who's survived as a child of 6 or 7 or 8, and then grows to become a policeman, and subsequently adopts the persona of a victim of the noose,
right?
Who's then gone to collect justice from those who put him in it.
Yeah,
Sorry, Squire Pfeiffer had a...
No, someone tracked it in.
I think someone tracked it in.
This was someone who stepped in and tracked it in.
Oh my gosh, is it my shoes?
No, you're fine.
Well, that was one shoe. Who knows? There's probably time.
So, also, the photos that the police said at the beginning of the episode that they found of... What was that other guy's name? Mr. Metropolis?
Mr. Metropolis, Captain Metropolis.
Captain Metropolis, yeah. So they had mentioned that they had found some risque photos that they would never release, but clearly they had been released because they had an episode where they were having... Two men were having sex. Somehow...
Well, no, but that interview was part of the show, though. So
that's what I'm saying,
everyone knew that,
Was it knowledge that those two men were together?
Metropolis was probably was found. Yeah, it's probably found at some point. Obviously, They didn't
Right.
make it up because we saw it in a memory.
And then it was corroborated with the memory.
Yeah.
But the writers of the Minutemen, or the lore of Minutemen, is that those two were together. But I'm sure that wasn't public knowledge. I wouldn't imagine for 1940s. So I'm just curious, like, how did that come to light? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's just a collection of all these things. We don't know yet what the Minuteman show.
Hey, Ryder.
On
Hey,
the
Ryder.
episode, hello, Ryder. We don't know yet what the Minuteman show on the episodes is supposed to be trying to get to. I mean, technically we're just seeing snippets of this television show. We don't know what they're trying to portray the Minuteman as. We don't know what they're trying to say about the Minutemen.
Right.
So, I mean, all we can take from that is simply what we've been shown so far is it's this quasi trying to maybe damn them, maybe, heroize them. We don't quite know per se.
Right. So
but
far,
we know from what we've received from Angela Abar's, nostalgia memories is that there's a big, deep delving into that, the Minutemen actually have. They've got connections to the old clan,
right,
versus, the new Watchmen, the new Cavalry.
Right.
But Hooded Justice has been fighting against that membership.
Right.
Since the beginning of Hooded Justice's, Minuteman status.
Right.
But at the same time, Hooded Justice has also been kind of silenced and sequestered by Mr. Metropolis or Captain Metropolis or something like that. Throughout Mr. Hooded Justice's time, he's been continuously silenced. He got his position on the Tulsa police force. It was just he was completely skipped in the new
ceremony.
Graduate candidates of the police force. Completely skipped, and then Mr. Battalion or something like that. Beware the Cyclops. Who is the Cyclops? We don't know for sure. We can kind of assume the Cyclops is the old clan.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think we can assume that.
Yeah,
I think that's what he was saying. Is beware the racist.
I mean, it was deep in the police force. Like the police force was helping package those projectors. Like they were in the warehouse where they were loading them in. So it wasn't just like the police were guarding the building. They were actively participating in the packaging and the building of the devices.
Yeah. So I mean,
because they were Klansmen.
Yeah, I mean, so it wasn't just that the Klan was paying off the cops. Like it wasn't just transaction.
Cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know.
Cops were the Klan.
So my point is, it wasn't a transactional thing. They were active.
Yes.
Right. They were active. So I'm curious to what that is telling us about the cops now. Right. So we have the Warjocks. We know that the senator runs his sector, his cavalry, and the chief was running the police officers, who now we know that they historically are linked heavily to the Klan. So, I guess what I'm questioning is, who are the bad guys? Because we have Agent Blake saying these vigilantes are the bad guys. We have the Rorschach people saying the police are the bad guys, and the police are saying that. So it's like, who is good, who is bad? I guess that's the message that.
No, I think you're right. I think it is very much who is the good guys, who is the bad guys, and who are the good guys we assume were the bad guys.
But this is also a world in which no one is entirely good, but then there are a few people that are entirely bad.
So Chris Charles says, are you sure you've watched the show or episode? So many things you guys don't know or remember. Clarify.
please.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
because...
I understand, Chris, why you're confused, because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah,
Okay, do I need to clarify myself?
The only thing I had to say was that some of the characters, some are... Like, no one's really all good, and some people are all bad,
Well,
but
no,
not everyone.
we have to remember this entire episode, except for that
just
very brief intro where Sister Knight, Angela Abar,
Right.
is about to start tripping balls.
Right.
Angela Blake is saying, "Where are you? When are you?
Right.
What are you doing? You are here in 2019 in the Tulsa City
Right.
Jail. Where are you?" And then all of a sudden, blah, 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 blah. We're off in, Neverland.
1938.
And we're all of a sudden, in Will's history. We're in Will's history the entire episode, practically. And these are his experiences that, through amazing cinematography, sometimes we see glimpses of Angela in the purpose or in the persona of her grandfather.
Right.
Sometimes we see just her grandfather. And I'd have to rewatch the episode again to see the points where she is present and her grandfather is present.
Right.
To try to kind of generalize, what she's seeing versus what her grandfather is remembering.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, this entire episode is basically Will Reeves' past.
yes.
Almost entirely, practically.
Okay.
And it is his introduction to the Minutemen. It is his introduction to the police, hood. It is his introduction to crime fighting through a nom de guerre, as Hooded
Right.
Justice.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know what so-and-so said, but I mean, yes, I mean, if we're missing something, please
But
clarify.
you haven't said anything.
Clarify.
My confusion is you guys haven't said anything.
So say some things, Andrew.
I don't. I mean, so yes, the whole
So
episode.
Andrew, who are the
whole episode?
who
was
are the bad guys? No, in the whole season right now, who are the bad guys?
Well, in Will Reeves' time, the Klan were the police.
Right.
Today, but then the police were no longer the Klan. That was the whole White Knight. The Rorschachs went after
Okay.
the police.
Okay.
So it flipped.
Actually, you know what? That is
So the
trippy,
police
though.
are technically the good guys now.
Okay.
At least everyday people. I mean, they're not specifically racist bad guys.
Yeah, clues on
The 7th Cavalry is the bad guys. The 7th Cavalry is not the police.
Hey, sorry. Can I
Jump
just-
in.
It's actually I didn't think about that before. The whole thing about the Klan wore masks back in the day, but then now the fact that the police are wearing masks, and I wonder if general citizens kind of might feel that same bit of fear with the cops all wearing masks, and it's well, you're enforcing the law and doing bad shit, but
Yeah, but I mean, the cops are wearing the masks because they were massacred. And so now they're protecting the identity of the cops.
Yes, that's what we're told. I don't think that is the case because
we saw it.
because the senator said he is in charge of the cavalry,
Right.
and the chief was in charge of the police department.
Right. They were supposed
And it was the senator's idea to make the cops wear the masks. So there's more to this than...
No, but the idea for the cops to wear the masks is to protect their identities.
That's what we're being told.
Well, yes.
That's what we've
But
seen.
that's all then that's all I'm going to go with until I've been told something different.
But the idea...
That's what I'm going to go with because the senator and they were keeping the peace until the cavalry went rogue on the senator. The whole point was them to control each other. They kept a peace.
Or the police went rogue on the cavalry.
No, the cavalry's the one who went rogue. They shot the police guy.
Yeah, but I mean...
And they're ones who, were building bombs.
Yeah, supposedly the cavalry was building bombs, but I mean, you saw a policeman trying to ask for permission to draw his sidearm. He didn't know for sure. It's
He saw the Rorschach mask in the guy's
side seats, passenger seats. Okay,
I'm
I
done.
don't remember that. But I mean, we're definitely left wondering. Well, some of us. Andrew's got it. Wondering.
Mark was back there, so I'm done. I'm done for the night.
Oh, could you see?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
I can see you.
I mean,
I was just teasing you.
We're left kind of wondering, who to believe, who not to believe.
Right.
And
I think we could trust. I don't think they're lying to us in the memory. So I think that is like the benchmark of like those, because that'd be really shitty if the memories were fake.
Well, I mean, they're
Right,
nostalgia. They are Will's memory.
Right.
You're not supposed to take them if they're not yours because they're
Right.
made to enhance the individual's memory.
So I feel like
I don't know how they make them, but at the same time, these are all Will-specific memories.
Right. So I'm gonna.
Is it like a pensive?
Yes.
Yes. Very much.
So
very much like a Harry
I'm
Potter
gonna
pencil.
say that the memories that we saw tonight is the truth.
According to Will.
According to Will, right? But there is no way for him to make a narrative beyond what the truth is. Does it make sense?
Not that we saw.
Right.
Not that we saw. Because we only saw Will take out what he was dealing with at the time.
Right.
We don't know where Sheriff Judd
Right.
Nelson, pops into the aspect.
Correct.
It's his grandfather's. Okay, he doesn't have a right to hold on to that because it's a bit of family nostalgia. But at the same time, why would you hold on to that?
Well, and it wasn't just I had it in a duffle bag at the bottom of the closet underneath the Christmas decoration.
I had it.
It was on a mannequin
display.
My neckties.
Fake door.
Yeah. So that's where I'm like, yes, it was your grandfather's. That's still a weird thing to save. I don't know if I would save my grandfather's KK.
Clan robes.
That's
I would not save mine.
But I'm just curious that I think this show's doing a great job of not painting anyone as good or bad, because even the vigilantes, even Agent Blake is representing the government, and the government is against vigilantes, right?
Yes.
So that's interesting. So like going to your thing, we don't know what the TV show Minutemen are. They may be setting them up as a propaganda, like, yes, these are heroes, but you shouldn't be a vigilante. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
It's yet to be seen.
True. Agreed. We don't know what the Minuteman TV show in the series is trying to portray the Minutemen as. We know the government is very much, along with Agent Blake, kind of stop vigilantism. But at the same time, we've got out in Tulsa, we've got, the police force acting as, quote unquote, quasi-vigilantes.
Well, they are. They're officially retired from the force.
Yes.
And acting not on their own, but they're officially retired, but still checking in with the police force.
True.
So,
we kind of don't know where to go with anything. I would just simply say, I don't know what to expect in the next episode. And a matter of fact, we couldn't watch the entire, sequel to the.
Well, it looks like it's going to be about Angela, and like kind of her upbringing.
Hopefully so.
Because it looked like that was her grandma. It looked like that was.
June was definitely her grandma.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it looked like.
Because that was Wolverine's wife.
That's who raised her. That's what I'm seeing.
True. But we don't know exactly what is going to transpire.
Right.
We're very much left in the dark.
My big question mark right now still is Miss True. Who is she working for? It's kind of laid out that she is the main villain, not main villain, but main orchestrator of the cavalry.
Well, no. I would say that Miss True is the quasi-Ozymandias.
Lady True.
Lady True is the quasi-Ozymandias of the present. Ozymandias was the character from back in the original Watchmen
Right.
movie,
Right.
kind of comic book nomenclature, coming up, he was the character who was constantly always looking for the truth. Lady True is the new person who's just trying to forward everything.
Continue.
Will
okay.
Reeves is the old version. His
The
granddaughter is the newer version of the Minutemen.
Right.
We've got all these different characters. We just don't know where everything is going to finally stop and come together.
Right.
We keep getting a lot of different side bits. They're all connected, but we don't know when they're going to officially join back into
We're missing
the
the center
story.
puzzle piece.
There is I would agree. There's a very central puzzle piece that we are missing.
Right.
And it is where all of this stuff comes together. Now, could we have already possibly seen that and not been explained it by Sheriff Judd's death? Possibly. But, until we have it explained to us in more simple terms, we're left with Will Reeves, suffering the injustices of being a black policeman back in a time period when black policemen were not respected.
Right. Yeah.
We're left with,
we're just black people.
People.
Policemen.
Yeah.
This is black
we're left
people.
with,
Yeah.
Hooded Justice starting out his thing, and, modern day people saying nobody's going to totally watch anything about a, Minuteman person who was actually black. They want to watch a white person. They're wanting to there's many different layers happening.
There's a lot of fucking
layers. But we don't know what's officially happening. I mean, Andrew, chime in, please.
You guys completely lost me. the way you're talking about this.
I phased out a while.
I need clarification. I need clarification of, is Agent Blake a cohort of William Reeves? Was she wasn't part of the Minutemen, was she?
She wasn't part of the Minutemen, as in when the Minutemen were happening.
Okay.
But she is a part of the original Watchmen.
Got it. Okay.
That Agent Blake is part of a byproduct of the original Watchmen's antics. So Ozymandias and the original Silk Spectre and the original Night Owl and the original and Dr. Manhattan, Night Owl, Dr. Manhattan, Silk Spectre, they have that menage a trois weirdness.
Right.
Dr. Manhattan goes off to Mars.
Right.
Somehow, Agent Blake is born of the result of, the Mr. Smiles.
No, she is Silk Spectre.
She is the daughter of Silk Spectre, who grows up to be the new Silk Spectre that we see in the movie. Because remember, she's the daughter of the attempted rape that actually later happened, according to what Thomas said.
Okay.
So I mean, she is related.
So she's one removed from the Minutemen.
No. She is one removed from the Watchmen. The Watchmen are one removed from the Minutemen.
Okay.
The Minutemen being the original.
Okay.
The Watchmen being the
that was my confusion because it was
TV show.
Because Agent Blake
being the movie.
Agent Blake doesn't look old enough to be the cohort with William Reeves. Okay,
no,
that was
exactly. She is one generation removed. So she is one removed from the Minutemen. But she is a direct descendant of the Watchmen, the movie that happened.
Well, she was in the movie that happened.
She was in the movie that happened. Yes, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense to me now. Clarified.
So,
or no, clarified.
I don't know where we are. I mean, we're left with a lot of endless possibilities. We sort of know what Ozymandias is trying to do.
Well, apparently, Lady True's going to give us more answers next week because she had said, I have a plan to save the world, and it begins in Oklahoma. So I think we have more explaining happening.
I think we've definitely got more explaining happening.
Definitely.
I mean,
sure.
we don't. I do not know what the hell is happening in the show.
In the best way possible, by the way.
I've got a lot of examples and hypotheses before me, but I have no idea.
Right. All right. This is a great episode.
No,
I enjoyed it. It was
this
great.
episode, by far, amazing cinematography.
Yes.
Absolute. Almost the entire episode, I would say 93% of the episode was entirely black and white.
Yeah.
With
Very
that
right. It was
7
great.
little percent being in color. And that was the very beginning, and some very quick little bits
In
where
the middle,
you saw some very specific colors. And that was, I think, the color of blood, and then 1 or 2 other colors.
It was.
The mom was kind of colored.
Anytime that was color in William Reeves' memories was the Tulsa Massacre.
Okay.
The Tulsa Massacre.
So when the cops
Yes.
pulled up and asked him if he wanted to ride, and then they drove away, and they were dragging 2 bodies.
That was in color.
The bodies were in color
Uh-huh.
because bodies were dragged behind the truck in
the
Tulsa
massacre.
Massacre.
Okay.
Yes, in the Tulsa
Okay.
Massacre, those bodies being dragged was in color. We also keep seeing in color this piano player
That was his mom.
playing
That was his mother.
his mother, playing this monologue.
What was a silent movie
It was
score?
a silent movie score.
Yeah, thank you. The silent movie score of the Tulsa Massacre, or of
That was the day it happened.
Well, no, because he was in the movie theater with her, and she was playing when the massacre
Thank
started.
you. Yes, that's right. That's completely right. So yes.
Yeah, it was well done. I mean, it was amazing. I'll watch it again for sure. All right, Andrew.
We're the Master Drunk Watch.
And now our talk is ended. Good night, everybody.
Give us $1, send us your reviews, your comments, and we will see you when we see you.
That's right. Bye.
Please enjoy my reenactment.